Sixth graders, happy Thursday or Friday, however you want to look at it. But today's work, pretty straightforward. We're still in our interview. We're just moving into the next phase. So I will call this really phase 2. All right. So our spelling list is our spelling list is out, and this is a fun one. We are going to learn the names of everyone in our class. So here we are: Xavier, Kenya, Hudson, Alyssa, Brooke, Ishmael, Kimani, Kalab, Kaya, Antonio, Alice, Valentina, Arian, Adriana, Camden, Faith, Angela, Muna, Trevor, Lulia, Andrew, Landon, Makia, and Malia. It's important to know names. So we're going to learn our names. So you get actually a larger score. This is our last one. So it'll be out of 20. So you can get 4 extra points here. All right. So that's what we're going to learn. And we are going to do that Tuesday. Today, our schedule is you should have your interview done. If not, you need to see me. And today we're really going to move into transcribing the interview. You need 3 quotes total. If all this is done, move on to the next phase, which is begin writing. So phase 2 is transcription. And we are looking for 3 types of information: background, story, and the meaning of the story, right? So what really is transcription is from the root script, or to write, right? To write. And that's the thing, is that we are going to write down what we hear. That's transcription, transcribing from audio to literal. And really, this is just on you. Your job is to listen to your interview and try to find words that trigger what might be a great quote. Now, not all quotes are great, and you guys aren't professional interviewers, but you're looking for sort of trigger phrases. Maybe that's a good question. If someone says that, are going to give you an interesting answer. Or I think what mattered to me, or it was important to me, or that was a tough time or a tough decision. There was this one time. Anytime you hear those words, probably going to be a quote that you're going to want to use. That's going to be tough. This is going to be hard because you have to figure out what's good here. And the requirements that we are moving towards are to start adding this to our document. So this document, which is linked in today, this is the interview assignment, right? You're supposed to make a copy, and this is your graphic organizer. This is how you're going to sort of assemble your thoughts. So first thing is, again, just remind you that we're looking for at least 3 word-for-word quotations from your interview, 1 for each paragraph. It must not be written in first person. So we're not going to do any I here. It's not like I interviewed this person. You're going to talk about them as if they're someone like you don't know. And it must show editing and revision. So the formatting, just to remind you where we're going to be going with this, is that we're going to make this a very official looking paper. We're going to make this as polished as we can, so the person who we've interviewed gets a copy of this and it looks awesome. And it's going to have a picture. We're going to have a picture in this document. Okay. Actually, I should add that. So requirements, a picture of your interviewee in your document at the top, like a newspaper article. Okay. All right. So that's that. Let me just make a little change here. This is called an on-air production meeting. All right. Sorry, got sidetracked there. So your paper is going to look like this, and then there'll be an image right here. Okay. Bottom line is, where you're trying to assemble today is you're looking for, let's start with the quotes. Get those down first, because that's the hardest part. So you think about who is your interviewee, where did they come from, what is their backstory. You want to literally put together, like, if they have any quote about where they came from, you're going to use that in paragraph 1. Then down here, anytime you hear them talk about a story or an important story, this is a quote. So for instance, my senior year of wrestling was the single hardest thing I've ever done. That might be something I say. If someone asked me that question, I could put it right there. And then thirdly, what did your interviewee learn? So if they tell a story, hopefully you sort of followed up with the question of, like, what did you learn? Or if you don't, you're looking for some sort of quote that shows that they learned something. So my quote is, wrestling taught me that by not giving up, I gained more than I ever would have if I would have quit, even though I really wanted it to all end. So that would be something I might say, and someone would write that down, and then they'd have to explain it. So in the end, let's get those quotes down. So that's our next phase. Okay. And again, we're moving towards something that looks like this. All right. So there you go. Today for the assignment, all I want to know is I want you to actually literally just show me one quote from your interview. That's it. Just write down one quote in the discussion post so that I can see that you've done your interview. Okay. That's it. One quote. All right. Everyone, good luck. Go get them. Let's do this.